All right, hey guys, here for video 2 of the onboarding playlist now. And in video 2, we're going to be going over the 4-step process that I mentioned in the last video. If you remember that quick process of how we get your results and how we get your jobs, essentially, I'm going to go into more detail about that, the exact specifics of how it actually happens, because just speaking about it isn't enough. So I'm going to go into detail about that whole process in this video and just explain how you're going to be using this same procedure, the same process to get yourself jobs while working with us. So let's go ahead and hop right into the video. And as you can see on my screen right here, this is one of my clients' ad accounts. So you probably have integrated your account with mine on Facebook, and it'll look like this in the future. Since you are just beginning, you don't have anything like this set up. But once, just a couple of days after, we get these ads up and you've watched these videos, we should be seeing stuff like this happening in your account too. But this is one of my clients' accounts. He does just pure detailing jobs, nothing like ceramic coatings or PPF, just pure detailing. He's mobile. I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the results we got for him. So as you can see right here, we already I believe we started these, let me check, 14th of February, 2025. Today is the 20th. It's been about 6 days, right? 6 days, 71 leads, and it only cost us $165 for 71 leads. That's $2 leads. That's like unheard of. You don't see that. That's crazy. So I want to show you the results we've got him so far in 6 goddamn days, and I'm pretty sure he's already booked like 6 jobs, 6 days, 6 jobs, something like that. He's already made like $1,500. He spent almost 200, made like 1,500, just like that. So that's his results, and that's what we're going to do for you. But more specifically, to relate more to, back to our procedure here, I'm going to go ahead and show you the full process of how we made that happen, how he's making money. So this is his ad account, correct? And the first step of the process is to actually get access to your account, your Facebook account, any advertising platforms, so we can actually run the ads, manage them, and make sure you get top quality ads working with us, and you get a shit ton of leads when you work with us. And I'm going to show you the ads we ran for him that have gotten him crazy results. So as you can see, these are his ads right here, and I'm going to go ahead and play one and shut up, and I hope you can hear the audio, but whatever here.
Surrey, BC, too busy for a car wash? We come to you and make your car look brand new without you lifting a finger. At Direct Detail, we bring premium mobile car detailing straight to your home or office. Our expert team uses top-tier products and meticulous techniques to restore your vehicle's beauty, inside and out. And for a limited time, book your first full 355.
You get the idea. I'm not going to show the whole thing. It's a little bit too long, but you get the idea. We run, we manage, we make ads, and these ads that we run on your Facebook or Instagram, anywhere, TikTok, they get you really good results. We get you lots of leads through them. How do we get the leads? Well, whenever someone watches this and they click on the ad because they're interested, we'll send them over this thing right here, this lead form. It's called a form because, well, you had to fill out this form with your name, full name, phone number, and your email if you're interested in, getting this offer and whatever we're advertising, right? You've probably seen it around. Whenever you click on an ad, they might ask you for your contact info like this, a form. Same thing we're doing. We're just grabbing their full name, phone number, and email. And once we do grab, leads, their full name, phone number, email, what we'll do is actually qualify them. So if you remember, the second step was actually automatically qualifying them before we send them over to you to book in. So I'm going to go over our qualification process right now. So once we do receive leads, they fill out that form that I just showed you, and they, watch that ad and they're interested. They fill out that form and they send it over. What will happen is on our backend system over here, we'll automatically qualify them. So what will happen is, boom, as you can see right here, it says trigger. Whenever someone sends a Facebook lead form, whenever they submit it, we'll automatically start texting them, and we'll also start texting you. So let me explain our exact qualification process and how it works. So first things first, what will happen is we'll send you a message actually. We'll send you a message saying new detailing lead with their name, phone number, and email, just letting you know, hey, you got a new lead. This doesn't mean much, but it just notifies you, letting you know, hey, you got a new lead. So don't worry about this too much. This doesn't even mean they're qualified, right? So it's just letting you know you got a new lead. Don't take it too seriously. It's just letting you know you got something. So it lets you know that. And the second thing right after that is we send a message also to the lead, the person who just submitted their form. We send them a message saying, "Hey, John," or whatever your first name is. "Hey, John, Emma here. Just saw you applied for our $25 off full detailing special." Then it asks a question like, "What vehicle do you drive?" Obviously, this will be different depending on what services you provide. If you just do detailing like this guy, we'll probably do the same thing. If ceramic coating's different, you know what I mean? But for now, this is what we do for this client, and I'm going to show you what his process is like. So we send this message to the lead. So we can try and get a answer, just something out of the lead. If they say anything, if they say like, "Oh, I drive a BMW E3," or I don't know, a Mercedes Benz, whatever. If they reply to this message that we just initially sent them automatically, what we'll do is we'll send you another notification letting you know now you have a hot lead, and we'll let you know to book them in as well on the same message. Qualify them, book them in, do what you need to get the sale. Essentially, we'll notify you one more time if they reply to this initial message we automatically send out. If they reply to that, we'll send you a message saying, "Hey, you have a hot lead, book them in now," giving their name, phone, email, just so you know who it is exactly, and let you know to follow up with them, text them, call them, everything. And yeah, this is just a high level overview. I'm not going to go over the texting and calling scripts right now. In the future videos I will, but this is the general process of our qualification. So if they reply, you get a hot lead notification, but let's say they don't reply, what will happen? So after 1 hour, if they don't say anything to that initial message we automatically sent out, what will happen is we'll send up a follow-up message. So as you can see right here, we have something like, "Hey, John, did you get my last message yet?" Referring to that initial message, right? It's just going to say something like that. And if they, same, it's pretty repetitive after this. It's pretty much the same thing. This is honestly the whole process right here, but I'm going to go over the rest of it because just to make it clear. So if they didn't reply to the first message, we'll send this follow-up. And if they reply to this follow-up now, what will happen is we'll send you a hot lead notification. So if you remember the last step, right? If they replied to that initial message, we would have sent you this. But if they didn't, we would have followed up. But if they replied to this follow-up message now, repeat, right? We'll send you the hot lead notification letting you know, "Hey, book these guys in, this guy in, name, phone, email." Same thing, right? Same process if they reply to that follow-up message. But what happens if they don't reply to that one? Don't worry. 1 hour later, if they don't reply to that, we'll send a second follow-up just saying something like, "Hey, hey, John, question mark, right? Whatever their name is. But if they reply to that, same process, right? We'll send you a hot lead notification letting you know, "Hey, you have a hot lead, book them in now." Name, phone, email, same thing, right? But let's say just one more time, if they did not reply to the initial message, the first follow-up or the second follow-up, if they didn't reply to anything, what we'll do one last time is after 1 hour, we'll send the third and final follow-up just saying something along the lines of, "John, I saw you claimed our special offer. Where should we go from here?" Question mark, right? It'll send a final follow-up like that. And if they reply, awesome. We'll send you a hot lead notification one last time, right? Same process, letting you know, "Hey, this guy is interested, contact him. Here's their name, phone, email, everything." But let's say they did not reply to that last one. What we'll do is we'll update their opportunity, which I'll be going over very soon. But for now, that's the automation. That's how we qualify for you and then let you know when to follow up and call these leads up. So we'll do the automation, automatic qualification, and you just have to follow up once they do reply. But I'm going to go ahead and show you some examples right now. All right, so here's some examples of the automation in use. So this is actually literally like today we got this, our client got a job from this lead. So this is how it works. This is how the chat will look like on your phone, and I'll show you on your phone as well in the next video. But for now, I'll just show you on the desktop app right here. So as we went over earlier, this is how it works. It'll just say something right when the lead submits the lead form. It'll say something like, "Hey, Steve, Emma here. Just saw you applied for a $25 off full detailing special. What vehicle do you drive?" And then, it'll ask them that initial message. If they reply to that, awesome. In which case, Steve over here did. He said, "Hey, I drive a 2019 Jeep Compass," right? Right here, as you can see, the opportunity was updated to a hot lead. So now they're a hot lead. And what we'll do is we'll notify you, your number. And I'll go ahead and show you like how that looks like, right? So Steve replied saying, "Hey, I'm interested. Here's my car." What happened to my client now is we sent them a message automatically as well as we went over in the automation saying, "Hey, you have a hot lead. Book them in now. His name is Steve. Number, email, everything is there." And that's pretty much it. That's the automation, the qualification process. But if they didn't say anything to that initial message, we obviously would have followed up 1, 2, and 3 times, and then after that we just don't follow up because they're probably not interested. But we would have followed up if he didn't say this. And yeah, after they do reply to that initial message or one of the follow-ups, we'll notify you so we can have you text them, do what you need to, call them if you need to. We'll give you the whole outline of how it works. And as you can see, look, my client, he did all of this, and he ended up getting him in for 150. Friday worked with him, and got him in, address, everything, cool. And he booked him into the calendar. As you can see, that's literally, is that today or tomorrow? Oh yeah, it's for tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, he booked him in for literally tomorrow, 9 a.m. PST. He's in Surrey. He literally got booked in tomorrow. So at 9 a.m. tomorrow, he got this appointment booked for him. So that's literally an example of how it would work. And I'll go ahead and show you another one. All right, so here's another example. This lead wasn't that great. His quality wasn't that great. He wasn't really, responsive, I guess. But this is just how the example, for example, it would look like. So we send out that initial message, right? They didn't reply. And look, 350, right? We sent it at 350. No reply for an hour. So what do? After 1 hour, we follow up with them saying, "Hey, Himanshu, did you get my last message yet?" And then look, we got a yes from that follow-up. So these follow-ups really do work, and that's just how it works. And once they did reply with whatever they said, yes, we would notify our client, you, saying, "Hey, you have a hot lead. Book them in now. Here's their name, phone, email." And yeah, that's our process, right here, as you can see how it works. So now I wanted to actually just move on to the calendar. So that was step 2 I just showed you earlier. Step 1, the ads, everything I showed you, right? Step 2, the qualification process and seeing it in real time, how it works. I'm going to teach you about sales and how to actually follow up with the leads, calling, texting, scripts. I'll do that in another video. For now, I just want to do a high level view of how everything works. So I'll go over that in a later video. But now I'm just going to go ahead and skip to step 4, which is booking them into your calendar and how that looks like. So this is my client's calendar. Once again, he's just doing detailing, nothing too crazy, right? Just interior, exterior, what he needs to. And this is his calendar for this week. I believe he has he did 1, 2, 3, 4. He did 5 so far this week, and it's only been 6 days working with us ish, kind of. So yeah, he's already done 5, 6 jobs. And this is his calendar. So I'm going to show you how to actually book them in and how it works. So obviously you'll be doing this from your phone. You'll be booking people in from your phone. So it'll look different. And I'll go into that, into more detail about how that looks like on your phone in the next video. But for this one, I'm just going to show you the process. So you just click on new. It's pretty similar on phone, but you would click on new in the calendar section. You make sure the right calendar is selected. There's only going to be one, but just make sure it's there, detailing appointments. It'll be the same for you. Just go ahead and name the title of the appointment, whatever you need to, basic, I don't know, detailing maybe. That's what you're booking someone in for. Make sure, this is my client's name, but just make sure it's you who is booking them in. Make sure the time zone is correct. If you're, PST, Pacific Standard, make sure that's right for you. If it's Eastern, make sure it's Eastern for you, whatever. Just make sure it's right, and make sure to choose a date. Make sure to choose the right date that you guys agreed on when you were texting or calling them. Choose whatever you need to. And then you can also go ahead and choose a time. So maybe you chose after, or an evening time, I don't know, 4:30 to 6:30 basic detailing. And I just make sure it's the default calendar, and make sure it's confirmed at the bottom here, and just choose the contact themselves. So maybe the contact their name was, maybe it was me. I believe I'm on here. So I'll just go ahead and choose myself. Yeah. Okay. This is just the process. I'll show you on phone. It's going to be a little bit different, but generally the same idea. Don't worry about knowing all of this. I'm just running through it for the sake of an example. So this is how you would do it. You would do all of that, enter all that information, put the contact, everything, and you click on book appointment. I'm not going to book this because this is my client's calendar, and well, obviously I don't want to mess with his bookings, but you would click on book appointment, right? And that's it. It would book like one of these right here. And now I want to show you what happens when you actually book someone in. There's another little automation I want to go over. So once you book them in, it'll show up on the calendar like this for you so you can see them easily. And I'll show you the automation right now. So this is the automation. Just like earlier, how we had a qualification automation to qualify the leads, we also have an automation regarding reminders for appointments. So let's say one of the leads do end up booking with you. We want to make it so they remember and, they actually, they're cool with it. They're not going to cancel on you or anything. We want to make sure that they know what's going to happen and everything. So what we do is once you confirm, a price, time, date, whatever, everything, a job with that lead, an automation will trigger, as you can see right here. So this trigger is just once the appointment is booked and it's confirmed. What will happen once you confirm and book that appointment is the first thing what will happen is we'll send an email to the lead or the job now, I guess that guy, whoever you booked in, we'll send an email to him saying, hey, John, your meeting has been confirmed. We look forward to seeing you at the start time, whatever that might be, like tomorrow at 9 a.m., right? February 21st, 9 a.m. We'll see you then to get your car showroom ready. And then it'll give them the details, like what time, and we'll send that over to his email automatically once you book them in. We'll do two more things now. So one day or 24 hours before the appointment, we'll also send a reminder automatically. You don't have to even, remind them about, you showing up. It's going to happen automatically. So we'll send them a message saying, hey, John, just letting you know about our appointment we have set up tomorrow. See you then. And, it'll send that automatically once you book them in 24 hours before the appointment itself. And we'll send one more just to make sure it's fully clear here. So we'll send one more just saying, hey, John, I'll see you in an hour to get your detailing done. And it'll send that automatically 1 hour before the appointment. So that's the whole process. That's a procedure. As you can see in real time, that's how it works and how our clients are doing it with our system. They're booking jobs literally, like right now. So, yeah, that's our process. And now the next video, I'm going to go ahead and show you how it actually looks like on phone. And, yeah, actually, no, you know what? I'm going to take that back. I'm going to show you one more thing. So sorry about that. That was a little bit of a random cut, but I wanted to go over one more thing here, which is the opportunities section. I did not mention this in the last video, but it is probably the utmost important, aspect to this whole system from start to finish. The opportunity section is the reason you will love doing this because it just breaks it down so easily for you. So let me explain exactly how it works. And I'll actually go into my own account just to show you, for example. Just 1 second. So let me see. Okay, there we are. So basically, whenever someone submits the form on Facebook, we'll automatically create an opportunity for them. And what we'll do with that opportunity is we'll give it a name. As you can see, this is me, for example, just Jason. We'll give it a source. It came from Facebook or Instagram, whatever. And we'll give it a price tag automatically, 150. It's always going to be 150 for everyone. So you can always change it, and I'll show you how to change that in the future. But I just wanted to show you the high level view of things right now. So I'll show that right now. So whenever we get a lead form submission, we'll make an opportunity for that person. And the first stage of the opportunity section is lead cold. And this is because they haven't replied to the qualification message yet. The automation, the qualification, that stuff. If they haven't replied to that, they'll be in the lead cold section. And basically, this just lets you see who is hot, who is a cold lead, who needs to be followed up after 1 day, who needs to be followed up after 2 days, who has booked an appointment, who wants to get a booking for next week maybe, or in a few days. It just lets you track and organize every single lead we get you because it can get hectic and it can get messy. We want to make sure you have the easiest time actually organizing these leads and contacting them and calling them. So I want to run through some examples here really quickly and show you this opportunities section in action. So whenever we get a lead form submission, we'll make an opportunity, and the opportunity, that person will be straight under lead cold. And let's say they do qualify and they do reply to that initial message we send for our qualification process, and they do reply to that and they say, hey, I drive a BMW, right? Well, what happened is we'll send them straight to hot lead or lead hot, whatever. I don't know, it's just how we did it, but they'll be automatically put into lead hot. We'll notify you saying, hey, book this guy in. He's hot. You know, he wants to possibly book with you. And it basically just lets you organize them. So we'll take care of these first like 3 tabs here. We'll take care of the lead cold 100%, the lead hot 100%, and sometimes this one, the first day follow up. So whenever someone replies, they'll be brought right to here. And let's say you do call them up and they maybe did not buy. They didn't want to buy on that first call, right? They were maybe just a little bit hesitant. I don't know. They were just talking. They're like, oh, maybe, you know, I don't know. They just didn't go through with it, essentially. They didn't book with you. What you should do, for example, here is move them right here to first day follow up. So they didn't buy on that first initial contact of you contacting them, whatever that is, text, email, call, whatever. They didn't buy. So move them over to here, first day follow up. This just lets you organize the leads so you know that, hey, tomorrow I need to follow up with this guy, Jason, because he didn't buy with me when we first got in contact. And it just lets you organize all your leads. Let's say on the first day follow up, you know, after a day, you followed up with him, you called him, you texted him, still was a little bit hesitant. He didn't actually buy from you. What you should do is move him to second day follow up. And, you know, let's say it's been 2 days now and you follow up with him the second time. Maybe he says, you know, maybe in a few days that he'd like to book with you. You can move him down here then, right here. It's just so you can organize. You get the idea, right? I'm not going to go into too much detail here. You get the idea. Maybe he says in a few, and then maybe he says, I don't know, in a week actually. I'll be free in a week to book with you. Don't know why I did that, but you know, it's just so you can organize. And eventually, you know, maybe he wants to book with you. You can move him under the appointment booked section right here, and it's just so easy to organize everyone. So you know who to contact for, you know, what day is it, their first day follow up, second day follow up, et cetera, et cetera. You know, how do you actually organize that? That's how you organize it with the opportunity section, and it's just so easy this way. So yeah, that's how it works. That's just how it works. And I just wanted to go over one more thing. So for that example I just went over, that was if they replied to the initial message. But what happens if they don't reply to any of the messages? You know, we send them the initial message and 3 follow-ups. What happens if they don't reply to any? What will happen is they'll be in lead cold, and if they don't reply to any of them, they'll be brought straight to first day follow-up. They'll skip the lead hot because they never replied. And then it's just up to you to follow up after that first day. So after 1 day, give them a call, give them a text, anything, right? Follow up. Maybe they were interested. Maybe they said in a week, bring them here. Maybe they book with you next week. And, you know, you can just fill them in here. You get the idea, right? That's how it works. So it's just for you to organize. And I wanted to go over 2 more things at the end here. The long-term nurture and the old leads section. I don't know why I have 9 out of 10 here, but I'll be removing that. Don't worry. I just wanted to go over these 2 sections though. So let's say a lead says, no, I don't want your services. You know, stop following up with me. I don't want them. What you will do is bring them to this last section right here, old leads. So if someone says no, they just don't want your services, period. They don't give a shit what you have to sell. Bring them here, old leads. We'll delete them. We'll get them out of here, out of the opportunity section, so you don't, you know, have to be worried, like bothered with like taking care of them or anything. We'll just delete them outright, so they won't be there anymore. And this also goes for people who, you know, let's say someone comes in as a cold lead, right? They didn't reply to the initial message or the 3 follow-ups. They go straight to first day. Let's say you call them up after the first day, nothing. You call them up after the second day, nothing. No pickup, no text back, nothing, right? There's absolutely nothing. Bring them here, old leads. They're useless. They're not going to remember us in the future. So just get rid of them before, you know, it's just annoying, right? Having so many extra people. So just bring them here. We'll delete them every 30 days automatically for you, and we'll just take care of that. And the last tab here now, long-term nurture. This one is pretty important. So let's say now we got a cold lead. Let's say they reply and they're a hot lead now. Let's say they didn't buy on that first day, and they didn't buy after you followed up after the first day, and they didn't buy on that second day follow up. They didn't buy at all, right? But they showed some interest, right? They didn't really give you any direction. They didn't, buy from you essentially. What should you do with that person? Because they're still interested, right? They might want to buy, but they just haven't after 2 or 3 days, right? What you should do is drag them here into the long-term nurture. From here, we can basically every 30 days automatically send them messages out every 30 days, notifying them that, hey, you still have this offer going on. Would you like to book? Anyone, like you might have 40, 50 people in here, will automatically send out all 40 or 50 messages out to them, letting them know, hey, we still have this offer going on. Would you like to potentially book with us? It lets them know we take care of it. We send the message out every 30 days. So just drag them into there. If they show some sort of interest, we don't want to show some nobody this message. We don't want to nurture them long term, because you only want to show people who had some interest and they didn't end up booking. But that's the idea. So yeah, this opportunity section is super useful. You can literally do everything from it. You can click on messages, view the messages you have with them. This is myself, so like it's a little bit weird. I was testing some things, but you can do everything from here. You can put a tag on them. You can add notes like their address, maybe, I don't know, a task, like what job, a basic detail maybe they wanted. You can even add an appointment. It just makes it so goddamn easy to organize. You can even change the price of their job. You can change their name. I don't know if you need to. You can do everything. You can organize, and it makes this so much easier, like this whole process so much easier. So sorry for making this video so long. It just had to be this long to explain everything to its full extent. Luckily, if you did understand all of this and you actually paid attention, because you need to pay attention. If you can't listen to like a 30-minute video, you'll never make this work. So hopefully you were listening. But yeah, this is just what it took me to make this whole thing. So anyways, click on the next video. Let's get you all set up and understood with this whole process. And I'll be showing you everything on my phone in the next video so you understand things better. So see you in the next video, and yeah, take care.